Topic 3.7, dividing mixed numbers. How can we solve this problem? Jeffrey wants to share some round Belgian waffles with his friends. Suppose Jeffrey makes each portion 3/4 of a waffle. How many portions will he get from 4.5 waffles? So what we're trying to figure out is how many portions of this size there are in this many waffles. So let's start by representing 4.5 waffles. And we can do this on a number line with a number line that goes to 5, let's say, and we can number it up to 4.5, or we can use fraction circles, and that's the method I'm going to show you here. So now I've got 4.5 waffles. Now we're trying to figure out how many portions of this size are in these waffles. So I'm going to now divide up each of these waffles into quarters, because I want to know how many sets of 3/4 there are in the 4.5 waffles. Then I'm just going to start numbering off the quarters. So 1, 1, and 1. This represents the first set of 3/4 of a waffle that I have in the 4.5 waffles. 2, 2, and 2. That's the second. 3, 3, and 3 is the third. 4, 4, and 4. 5, 5, and 5. 6, 6, and 6. So it looks like we have 6 even sets of 3/4 in 4.5 waffles. Now, this problem can be represented by an equation that looks like this. 4.5, which represents the number of waffles, the amount of waffles. And we're going to divide that by the portion size, which is 3/4. So we're trying to figure out how many of these portion sizes there are in this. That is equal to 6. And we could have also solved this problem using this method. So we have 4.5 divided by 3/4. We would want to convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. And if you recall, you do that by multiplying the whole number by the denominator and then adding the numerator of the fraction. So that would be 9/2. And then you can actually cross multiply or multiply straight across using the reciprocal of this fraction. So that would be 4/3. 9 times 4 is 36. 2 times 3 is 6. And 36 divided by 6 is 6. Let's try a few more problems. Take 3 3/4 divided by 3/4. Now I'm going to illustrate this one on a number line. So I've drawn a number line up to 4, and I've taken each whole number and I've divided them up into 4 equal parts, or quarters. That way, what I can do is I can label 3 3/4, and I can take steps of 3/4 apiece until I get there and see how many steps I took. So I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to take steps of 3/4. So there's one step of 3/4, 1, 2, 3, out of the whole. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5 steps. Now each one of these steps is 3/4, and there are 5 of them that take us to 3 3/4. So we can answer this question using our number line model with the number 5. Probably a more efficient method to multiply mixed numbers, especially when the numbers get quite large, and drawing a number line or using fraction circles will take a great amount of time, is to simply convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions and then to cross multiply. So what you do is you multiply the whole number by the denominator, add the numerator. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 plus 1 is 49. And this will be over 8. The denominator does not change. And 2 and 3/4. We're going to multiply the 2 by the 4 to get 8, and we'll add the 3. 8 plus 3 is 11, and this will be over 4. Okay, and now we can cross multiply. So we can rewrite this equation to help us do that and use the reciprocal of this fraction, and then we can just multiply straight across. So 49 over 8 times now 4 over 11. I've just flipped this fraction. And then we can just multiply straight across. So 49 times 4 is 196. And 8 times 11 is 88. All right, and then we can simplify. 196 is a little bit over 2 whole 88. So there's 2 whole 88s in 196. 88 times 2 brings us to 176. And from 176 to 196, there are 20 additional 88s that are required to get to 196. Notice that these two numbers are both even numbers, so they both share a common factor of 2. So we can divide each of those by 2. 20, your whole number will stay the same. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 88 divided by 2 is 44. It looks like we can simplify even more. So they're both even still. So 2 and 5 over 22. And we can follow the same procedure with the last question. 9 and 4/7 divided by 2 and 1/9. Let's convert these into improper fractions. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 4 is 67. 67 over 7. This is going to be divided by 2 times 9, which is 18, plus 1, which is 19 over 9. And then we're going to cross multiply using this reciprocal. 67 over 7 times 9 over 19. And then we can multiply straight across and simplify. 603 over 133. And it looks like these two numbers don't have any common factors other than 1, so this would be our simplified answer.